Hello and welcome to a new episode of Trains Up, and today we're at Bushey on the West Coast Mainline. We're seeing services from Avanti West Coast, London Northwestern Railway, Southern, London Overground, and, with any luck, some freight as well. Unfortunately, the wind is going to be accompanying me throughout my day today. I will try to best it as much as possible, but unfortunately, there's very little I can do. I've got some protection over the microphone to eliminate some of the wind noise, but sadly, if the wind gets too heavy, then there'll be very little I can do, I'm afraid. But in saying that, let us see what shall turn up. Okay, if I can get the autofocus to play ball, our first train of the day is going to be a DB Cargo UK Class 66 going from Donaldsmore to Daventry. 66171. Not a bad way to start things off. It's been a couple of years since I last caught that train on film. Okay, the next train to arrive amongst a bustling platform is going to be the 1149 at London Northwestern Railway service from Tring to London Euston, worked by a pair of Class 350s. Yes, it is the norm. And there's a bloody wasp around here. Keeps hovering around. Leading the way is 350-373. Sporting the Birmingham New Streets advertisements. Couldn't think of the word then. And on the rear is 350-238. Lovely job. Okay, as the wind increases, the 1149 London Northwestern Railway service to London Euston is about ready to depart. Suffice to say, this wind is going to be really irritating. Okay, the next train to pass by is an Avanti West Coast Class 390 Pendolino bound for London Euston. (39124). And then we have 390040. 124 is bound for, is from Liverpool Lime Street, and 040 is bound for Manchester Piccadilly. The Liverpool to London train is running about 6 minutes late. Okay, the next train to make an appearance is going to be the 1152 London Northwestern Railway service to Tring. Leading proceedings is 350-104, completely refurbished in its new livery as well. And then on the rear is going to be 350-370. Marvellous. Okay, now departing is the 1152 London Northwestern Railway service to Tring. As also departing is the 1153 London Overground service to London Euston, worked by 378227. Doing about turn. He'll be fine. 377202. And 377210 with a southern service from Watford Junction to Clapham Junction. We also have coming in another day, Jesus Christ. we have coming in another London Overground service bound for Watford Junction from London Euston, worked by 378229. Then we have another Avanti West Coast class at 390 Pendolino bound for London Euston, about to pass by. (390-129). Then we have another Avanti West Coast class at 390 Pendolino about to pass by as well. I have no idea where both of these have come from and are going to. Right then, giving it what for is... (390-131). Around the corner she goes. Okay, the next train to pass by is going to be a pair of London Northwestern Railway Class 350s working a service from London Euston to Crewe. (401 and 112). The two Avanti West Coast services were going from Manchester Piccadilly to London Euston and London Euston to Preston. And the London Overground service was the 1156. We're all caught up. Alright, then the next train to pass by is going to be another pair of London Northwestern Railway Class 350s going from Northampton to London Euston. (120 and 101). And then we go over here to see another pair of London Northwestern Railway Class 350s about to pass by. These should be bound for Northampton. (115 and 254). Away they go. And the next train to pass by are a pair of Avanti West Coast 221 Super Voyagers. (114 and I think 118). Both giving it what for from Birmingham New Street to London Euston. Alright then, the next train to be making a bit of a racket is going to be a GBRF Class 66 going from London Gateway to Hams Hall. Worked by 66759. Bringing with that one quite a bit of wind. Fully loaded as well. Always good to see. And that one was called Chippy. Okay, the next train to pass is going to be the 1206 London Overground service to London Euston, worked by 378205. A very delicate pulling away there. I think the weed killers could be out and about. Nature is starting to reclaim the line, somewhat. Okay, the next train to pass by is going to be another pair of London Northwestern Railway Class 350s working a service from London Euston to Milton Keynes Central. (126 and 264). And then we do another U-turn to find incoming the 1209 London Overground service to Watford Junction, worked by one of their newer toys. Does look very, very smart. 710 267. Yes, same to you too. Nice squeaky brakes. That's what we like to hear. Okay. Thank you very much. From 350-103 and 253 with a cracking tone from the driver there. Thank you very much. That is running a London Northwestern Railway service from Birmingham New Street to London Euston. And we then have an Avanti West Coast Class 390 Pendolino working a service from London Euston to Manchester Piccadilly. .046. Okay, the next train to pass by is an Avanti West Coast Class 390 Pendolino going from London Euston to Birmingham New Street. 390-016. And 390-137 working a service from Manchester Piccadilly to London Euston. Tad late on the announcements there, love. Okay, the next train to pass by, about to break the land speed record, is going to be a pair of Southern 377s working a service from Clapham Junction to Watford Junction. Leading the way is 377-212. With 377-201 on the rear. Then we have 390-151 working in an Avanti West Coast service to Glasgow Central. No. Liverpool Lime Street, sorry. The next train coming down will be from Glasgow Central. Okay, the next train to pass by is going to be a pair of London Northwestern Railway Class 350s. Wasn't quite expecting these, so I'm not too sure where they've come from. But you've got 350-122. And then 390-050 on an Avanti West Coast service to some far and distant land at the north end of the country. You then have incoming the 1220 London Northwestern Railway service from Tring to London Euston, worked by a pair of Class 350s. Once that comes to a halt, I'll then try and work out where the Avanti West Coast service was going to and where those London Northwestern Railway Class 350s have come from. My suspicion is that they were from Crewe. Because it wouldn't be another Birmingham train.
Will be the 1223 London Northwestern Railway service to Tring. Calling it Watford.
Right, leading the way is former TransPennine 350-410.
Hampstead, Berkhamsted and Tring. This train has 8 carriages. Aim at Watford Junction for services to Leighton Buzzard, Milton Keynes Central, Northampton and stations to St Albans.
And 350-246 brings up the rear. Marvellous work. Again, coming in is the 1223 London Northwestern Railway service to Tring. 352-57 is bringing it in. The Avanti West Coast service was working a service to Glasgow Central. The pair of 350s were actually running from Northampton to London Euston. Then we have an Avanti West Coast 390 that is working the late-running Glasgow Central to London Euston service. It is the Pride liveried Class 390. (390-119), also known as Progress, although Pridelino would work equally as well, but Progress certainly stands out all the more better. Then 242 was on the rear of this set. Now departing is the 1223 London Overground service to London Euston with 378-229, as we've got the 1226 coming in as well, bound for Watford Junction. Works by 378-232. I shall keep the camera here. You can see the new colour scheme on them as well. Jeff Langston, apparently. They look good in that colour scheme. It suits them really well. Just fits into the platform. Okay, the next train to pass by is going to be a pair of Avanti West Coast 221 Super Voyagers working a service from Edinburgh Waverley to London Euston. I think the first one was 142. I got hit by a hell of a bit of wind then when that first power went through. No idea who's on the rear. A 221 of some variation. Okay, the next train to pass by is going to be another pair of London Northwestern Railway Class 350s going from London Euston to Birmingham New Street. (129) and 372. And then I bring your attention to down here, where we're going to find a convoy from DRS going from Wembley to Crewe Gresty Bridge, with what looks like a Chiltern Railways 68 at the helm. (68.015) leading, followed by 68.008, 66.427 and 37.401. Very nice indeed. If only the 37 was leading. Still take it. Still looked good. The entire convoy looked good. The 66 could do with a serious clean though. Okay, the next train to pass by is going to be another Avanti West Coast Class 390 Pendolino working a service to Birmingham New Street. (391.35) with the honours for that one. Okay, the next train to pass by is another pair of Avanti West Coast 221 Super Voyagers. I want to say 104 and 113 working a service from Holyhead to London Euston.
Clear of the edge of platform 4.
Again, you're a tad late on the announcements. The train has long since gone through. What you need to do is do that announcement before the train turns up. Then you're on to a winner. Okay, the next train to pass by is going to be an Avanti West Coast Class 390 Pendolino working a service from London Euston to Manchester Piccadilly. (391.24). Apologies for the slight blurriness you can see in the top left corner, or the top right corner, sorry. There's just a little bit of water's gone there, so that'll be gone momentarily. Okay, the next train to pass by is another Avanti West Coast Class 390 Pendolino going from Manchester Piccadilly to London Euston.
Belongings. Stand behind the yellow line.
(390.047). Okay, now departing is the 12:36 London Overground service to London Euston, worked by 710.267. As also coming in, the 12:39 London Overground service to Watford Junction, worked by another class 710. As the wind once again makes its presence known. And there's some water on there, jolly good. Right, 710.262 has the honours for this one.
Please stand back from the platform edge. The next train at platform 5 does not stop here. Please
Right.
hold on.
If we're doing about turn, we'll find that one worked by a pair of London Northwestern Railway Class 350s, working as service bound for Milton Keynes Central. 238 leading. And 373 bringing up the rear. I apologise, I've got that the wrong way around. That's working a service to Northampton. The next train to pass by is the Milton and Keynes Central to London Euston service, conveniently worked by a pair of Class 350s. 249 leading. With former Transpennine 35403 bringing up the rear. Alrighty then, here we have 352, 62 and 107 with a London Northwestern Railway service bound for London Euston from Crewe. Okay, our final train of the day is going to be a Rail Operations Group 37 with a cracking three-tone going from Stewart's Lane to Wolverton Centre sidings. 37884 hauling Southern 455820. Off for a refurb, I would suspect. So, as she continues onwards, I shall leave it there. Thank you all very much for watching, it is greatly appreciated. If you have enjoyed it seen today, then please do like and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment, I do go back to them and when I get the opportunity to. And of course, it's sod's law that when I finish the film, the wind dies down. Goes without saying. But to finish with a three-tone from a Class 37, I am not going to shy away from that. My next station is going to be Carpenter's Park, just around the bend, so that should be rather enjoyable. Having a cheeky look online, that video is going to be purely passenger orientated, there won't be any freight coming through there whatsoever. So if passenger's your thing, then Carpenter's Park will be for you. It's a good station nonetheless. I mean, you're on the curves, you get the Pendos and the Voyagers on their tilt, so all is well. But until next time, from me here at Bushey, I shall see you all later. Take care guys, goodbye.